All right, let's dive into the absolute war for AI supremacy raging right now on the West Coast.
And this is way more than just a tech race. We're talking a clash that's going to define our future.
So you've got two main players. First up, OpenAI, the brain, squaring off against Google, the empire.
But get this, there's a third player looming over them both, NVIDIA, the king. They basically own the battlefield.
So the big question is, who actually has the upper hand in this massive power struggle?
Let's start with the duel itself. Brain versus empire. OpenAI has a surprisingly powerful defense.
They built what's called a user moat. And it's not about tech, it's all about simple user habit.
Okay, check this out. 800 million people use their models every single week. That's a tough habit to break.
But Google's counterattack? Well, it's a big one. They're weaving AI across their entire platform.
And this is really the key difference. It's a total clash of business models, product versus platform.
But here's the twist. Both of these giants are totally dependent on one single company.
Yep, we're talking about NVIDIA. And their power isn't just hardware, it's their entire software ecosystem.
It's called CUDA, and for decades, developers have been locked into it, creating this massive knowledge base.
Think of it like a castle wall. Leaving means abandoning years of work. It's just too big a risk.
But this monopoly creates a huge problem for everyone else, a compute bottleneck from skyrocketing chip costs.
So what do? Well, if you're Google, you start building your own custom chips to fight back. And that brings us to Google's long-term strategy. They're basically playing a war of attrition. At the heart of it all is their data flywheel, which just leverages their massive user base.
It's pretty simple. More users on search and YouTube equals more data, which makes for a better model. And because that flywheel is self-sustaining, Google can afford to just outlast OpenAI.
So what we have now is this really unbalanced triangle. Each player has their own massive challenge.
It's a wild balancing act. OpenAI has to be fast, Google has to integrate, and both need out.
So what wins in the end? The best shiny new product or the massive integrated platform?